So execution for diver 1, execution for diver 2. The remaining judges then are looking specifically and only at the synchronization. So we've got a split of judges across the pool, and then we do some higgery-jiggery. I won't go into the finer details of how it's calculated, but it's basically trying to average out the score. So you get execution marks, so how good are the individual dives, and then you get the synchronization marks. They're lumped together, multiplied by the degree of difficulty to give you the total. Bear with us, it sounds more complicated than it is. When the competition unfolds, it will make sense as we go on. Who are diving number 2 of Yun and Mun. So, yeah, I guess if we're looking at paper, these are the ones to beat. But then you've got a wealth of experience, certainly in the Canadian pair here, Roseline and Meaghan. They're going to be consistent. They get to open this competition and put the pressure on the other girls. So let's see how people react.
And of course, Tonya Couch and Sarah Barrow are part of that team. Had quite a hair-raising trip back from Shanghai. Their plane had to abort in Siberia. It took them a long time to get back, so they haven't had the ideal preparation for this, really, because they were hoping to be back about 2 or 3 days earlier, and were held over in Siberia for about 24 hours.
Yes, indeed. I mean, the airline did a fantastic job of getting them back as swiftly and as quickly as they did. And so everyone's bedded in now, readjusted to the time zone. There's a few sleepy people, but most of these teams, the Canadians, Australians, have been out in Shanghai. So everyone's had the same kind of lead in to this.
As opposed to Jack Law, is it?
Jack was on fire this morning, wasn't he? And yeah, let's wait and see how these girls find this. It's a straight final, so unlike the guys this morning who were in prelim mode where it didn't really matter, this matters. I'm sure the girls would like to do more dives. You should ask them when we interview them. Okay. Do you want to do more? It
just seems a bit of an anomaly. You think the girls probably would want to do the same as the men, but at the moment the restrictions are they do 5 rounds, not 6.
That's right. Well, when Peter and I won our Olympic medal in Athens, it was only 5 rounds in the men's as well, and then they decided to up the ante, as it were.
It'll be the same dive, so you won't see the same dive followed by the same dive. They'll change things around. Like, for example, Canadians will start with an inward dive. The first Malaysian pair will go with a reverse dive. Then we'll see reverse dives from everybody else. And then in the second round, the Canadians do their reverse dive, and there's a back dive.
They're the elegant dives. This is what diving used to be like, where you're just doing very simple movements, gliding through the air. And then, of course, the final 3 rounds of 5 are the chunky rounds. The big dives come out. The 3.0, 3.3, 3.2. These are the hardest dives in the world, and so mistakes can happen to get rid of the required dives. So I'm pleased that they are keeping them in for the synchro contests.
So Sarah Barrow and Tonya Couch are getting ready for the synchronized 10-meter platform.
We're going to go at 22. It was supposed to be 10-2, but there seems to be some sort of problem with the pads, with the input pads for the scores, but we do have some divers up on the board. So I think we now have the all clear to go for the final. It is a straight final of the women's synchronized 10-meter platform. There are 5 pairings, 2 from Malaysia, 1 from Canada, 1 from England, and 1 from Australia. So we'll take you through all the minutiae, all the intricate parts of this you need to know. Well, they were ready to go, now they're backing off again, so it gives myself and Leon Taylor a chance to run through again what's going to happen here. 5 rounds of dives then, Leon, and the first 2 rounds are the obligatory, the ones they have to do, and then the optionals come after that.